With our celebration of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. This morning we take a look at members of that community making marking comedy, following the lead of the trailblazer Margaret Cho. Zareen Shah joins us from LA with their stories. Good morning, Zareen.
Hey, good morning, George. Margaret Cho was on the very first Asian American sitcom. It was called All American Girl. Okay, so it took another 2 decades for the next one that was fresh off the boat, but there was a lot that happened during that time. She and many others inspired the next generation of Asian American comedians. In recent years, Asian American stars like Ali Wong, Hassan Minhaj, and Jo Koy have taken the comedy world by storm. Today, Koy is one of the biggest names in comedy.
I'm half white, half Filipino, which means my dad was in the military.
We recently met up with Koy at the Hollywood Improv. He said coming up, he was often told that broader audiences wouldn't get Filipino-themed jokes.
If I send my son to school with a Tupperware container, he goes to school with a clear bowl, and it's got a blue lid, and it says Tupperware on the lid. My mom's Tupperware, usually an empty Cool Whip container.
That joke took me over the top. What I like is not only did Filipino Americans relate to it, but then everyone was relating to it.
The 50-year-old is no overnight success story, doing stand-up for 25 years before his big break.
There were people that opened for me that were getting specials. I'm like, what is it that I'm doing wrong that I'm not getting looked at? Like, what is it?
Did you ever ask yourself, I wonder if it's because I'm Asian American, or was that not even a problem?
Of course that was in my mind.
Koy finally broke through with his hit Netflix special, Live from Seattle.
My mom cured everything with Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub.
Now Hollywood has come calling. His film Easter Sunday opens in theaters in August.
Easter Sunday is like the Filipino Super Bowl.
There he is. There's my Kuya.
Welcome home, bro.
Koy says he wants to use his success to inspire other comics of color.
When I found out Rob Schneider was half Filipino, it's like, oh, okay, well, Rob's Filipino. Okay, I can be a comedian too because he made it. That means I can make it because it's hard. Try not to cry right now. But it's just like, that's what you want, right? You want to inspire. It's like, we're here, we're all here.
That's what I'm talking about.
But 30 years ago, Koy was inspired by this groundbreaking performer. Margaret Cho was already paving the way, starring in her own sitcom.
Look at me, I'm middle management Barbie.
One of very few Asian faces in stand-up.
Actually, I wasn't on real Star Search, I was on Star Search International. They had a real problem with me because I look this way, but I talk this way.
The groundbreaking star sitting down with us at Flappers Comedy Club near Hollywood.
In so many ways, you were so ahead of your time.
I think it was just I was more interested in pursuing my own dream of being a stand-up comedian than what I was doing in a world that lacked other representation.
Cho's bold, humorous spin on being Korean American made it okay to laugh at sensitive subjects.
I think white people want to tell Asian people how they should feel about race because they're too scared to tell black people.
Cho says she loves what stand-up looks like today.
I'm excited at seeing so many different Asian American comedians now. My greatest achievement isn't really my work as it stands on its own, but it's the fact that I influenced an entire generation to pursue their dream in stand-up comedy.
And she really has. Okay, so another story that really stood out to me, Jo Koy told us that he had to foot the bill to shoot his very first show. Netflix finally picked it up, but he had to make that investment. But it was investments like that that really helped him and helped the next generation of Asian American comedians. George.
Glad he did it. Zareen, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.